press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi everyone. So today we are going to see the new lesson, that is coal and petroleum. Okay. So in this lesson we are going to discuss about the sources and how we are getting this coal and petroleum from our resources. Okay. So initially we will discuss about the resources. What are resources? So resources means we are things we are using in our daily life by our environment. Okay, so ನಮಗೆ environment ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಡೈಲಿ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ which are used in our daily life are called as the resources. So what are the resources we are using, means things we are using daily life? So can you tell? So this coal and petroleum also type of the resources. So like that, so water, it is also a resource. So air we are using in our daily life, we are taking, so that is also a type of resource. Then sunlight, so it may be metals, plastics, paper, so like this. So these things, so many things we are using in our daily life, so these are called as resources. So can we make the list in these resources which are man-made and which are artificial or synthetic, naturally resources and man-made resources. So in these resources which are man-made resources and natural resources. So what do you mean by natural resource then? Yeah, by saying these resources we can say that which are the natural resources and which are the man-made resources. Okay, so water, air, sunlight and paper. So the water, air and sunlight and coal and petroleum also. So these are called as natural resources. Why? Because so the resources we are getting from naturally. Okay, naturally we are getting these resources. So that's why we will call these resources are called as natural resources. Okay, the resources we are getting naturally, for that resources we will call natural resources. Example, water, air, sunlight. And these metals, some metals also we are extracting. So this some metals are under will come under the natural and some metals will come under the man-made also. So plastics and paper, so these are all the man-made. So for example, these book or pen like this, we are made cars. This type of resources are we are using. So those are man-made. So this plastic and paper, so these are all preparing by human beings, is it? So these resources are called as the man-made material, man-made resources, or it may be synthetic. Okay, so plastics, fibers, paints, so these are all come under man-made materials. Okay, so in this resources we saw the which are man-made materials and which are natural resources. So natural resources means we are getting naturally. So those resources are called. So in this natural resources, air, water, sunlight, and this coal and petroleum we will call fossil fuels. These will come under natural resources. So man-made materials means man-made materials. So these are like plastics, fibers and paints. So like this, we are dividing the resources as natural resources and man-made materials. So these plastics and fibers and paints we are extracting from the natural things and we are preparing, means either in the natural things or from the chemicals by using chemicals, or it may be we are taking from the natural fibers, we are extracting. So like this we will prepare this material. So that's why we will call it as man-made materials, and these are come under the natural resources. Okay, the resources which are obtained naturally are called natural resources. So then these natural resources are divided into two types. Okay, so these natural resources are divided into two types. First one is inexhaustible. First one is inexhaustible resources. Then second one is exhaustible resources. Exhaustible and inexhaustible resources. Okay, so these are the types of natural resources: inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. So what are inexhaustible resources, natural resources then? So the resources which are present in the unlimited quantity. So which are present in the unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. So for those we will call as inexhaustible natural resources. Means, so these are in the unlimited quantity. The resources which are present in unlimited quantity and are likely to be and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. So these are called as inexhaustible natural resources. The resources which are present in unlimited quantity means it is not limited to some quantity. Okay, so it is unlimited, infinite. So and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Here and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities means exhaust means stop. Okay, we cannot destroy, we cannot stop these activities. So these resources, we cannot stop these resources, we are using again and again. So these inaccessible natural resources we are using again and again. So it cannot stop or damage or destroy by human activities. For those resources we will call it as inexhaustible natural resources. So example you can think out. So examples are sunlight, water, air. So if there is any limitation for this usage, it may be sunlight, it may be water, it may be air. So there is no limit for these resources. We can use again and again. They cannot limited or it can be destroyed by human activities. So for those resources we will call it as inexhaustible natural resources. So these are also called as renewable resources. The inexhaustible resources are also called as renewable resources, means we can get again and again. So for that type of resources we will call it as inexhaustible resources. So then what are exhaustible natural resources? So these natural resources which are present in limited quantity and are likely to be exhausted by human activities. Okay, so this is about the inexhaustible. So exhaustible means exhaustible natural resources. Okay, so the resources which are present in limited quantity and are likely to be exhausted by human activities. Okay, so these are called as the exhaustible natural resources. So the resources which are present in the limited quantity and are likely to be exhausted by human activities means these are present in only limited quantity. We cannot get further. Okay, so if we get also, it will take long time to get renew. Okay, so that type of sources are called as the exhaustible natural resources, and these resources can damage or it can be stopped by the human activities. So these resources we cannot get again and again. Okay, so we cannot use again and again. It is a limitation. So if we are using extra, so from their quantity means we will lose it. Okay, so like that of resources we will call it as exhaustible natural resources. So for example, so what are the examples? So these fuels. Okay, it may be coal, it may be petrol, or it may be diesel. Okay, so coal and petrol, we can give the examples for the natural exhaustible natural resources, and gas, and also this forest. Okay, so we are destroying the forest means again to recover that plants and trees means we will take long years ago. It may be 5 years, 6 years. We have to create that type of forest. So once we destroy the forest, we cannot recover that type of forest again. If we want to do means it will take many years. Okay, so for that type of natural resources we called as exhaustible natural resources. So this is about natural resources and the types of the resources. There are two types of resources: inexhaustible resources and exhaustible natural resources. Okay, so next we will discuss about the some exhaustible natural resources. Okay, so how we will get the exhaustible natural resources like that. So I told that the exhaustible natural resources are like coal, petroleum and gas. Okay, so these coal, petroleum and it may be gas. So these are called as the fossil fuels. These fuels what we are using in our daily life. So without fuel we cannot run our vehicles. So today it become like water. So without water we cannot live like that. So these without these petroleum products we cannot run our vehicles. So it will stop our daily routine. Okay, so what are these fossil fuels? So the coal, petrol and gas. So these are called as the fossil fuels. Then what do you mean by fossil fuels? So the natural fuels, so the natural fuels. Natural fuels formed from the fuels formed from the remains of living organism, remains of living organisms, buried under the earth, buried under the earth, buried under the earth for a long under the earth for a million years of ago, million years of ago. Okay, so for them we will call it as fossil fuels. The natural fuels formed from the remains of living organisms buried under the earth for million years of ago. So what do you mean by then? How we can get the coal and petroleum? As we see in our daily life, we will go, we want petrol, we want diesel, means what we will do? We go for the petrol bunks and we will take. Okay, but how they will extract, how they will obtain, means, so this coal and petroleum, so we are getting from the living organisms which are buried under the earth. So today we will only discuss about the coal. How we will get the coal in the fossil fuels? How we will get the coal? Okay. So how this fossil fuel form means? So in millions years of ago, the forests are there. So in that, due to the earthquake or it may be volcanoes like this. So these plants, this forest means plants and trees and also animals also. So they are destroyed. So they covered by the number of layers, means one layer it may be soil and it may be this strong buildings, bricks it may be. So these layers will cover the plants and animals. So they are buried, means they will go under the earth. So there is no, without the presence of air. Okay. So under that situation, so these fossil fuels are introduced, means so they will obtain from this activity, means so the plants and animals, they are buried under the earth for a long years ago. So without the presence of air, there is no presence of air. Okay, so air will not present in that situation. So under that situation, so these plants and animals are get converted to coal and petroleum, or it may be we will call as fossil fuels. Okay, so chemical reactions ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, coal and petroleum. So now you can tell, so why we will call exhaustible. So once we will lost the petroleum and coal production, if we want to get, means so how they will produce. So like this, it will take the many years, 100 years ago, 1000, it may be 100 years, it may be 1000 years. We cannot get easily renewable. So renewable ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ 100 years 1000 years ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ nowadays we are using unlimited petroleum and this coal also. Okay, so due to this, how we are getting the coal, this fuel, this fossil fuels, you imagine. So okay, how many years ago we get this fossil fuels. So how we can use this fossil fuels? Okay, so the natural fuels formed from the remains of living organisms buried under the earth for million years of ago. So these plants and animals are buried under the earth for years of ago, millions or it may be billions. So on that time, without the presence of air, so they are converting into fossil fuels. So under that, bacteria and many chemical reactions and many bacteria are get converted into fossil fuels. So in these fossil fuels, we are going to discuss about the coal. Okay, so how the coal is produced? How we are getting the coal from the under earth? Okay, so these petroleum products we are digging from under the earth. Okay, so first of all, coal. So what is coal? Have you seen kalliddalu anta karitivi? So it is a hard black combustible. It is a hard black combustible mineral. Combustible mineral. It consists mainly, it consists of mainly carbon. So mainly the coal consists of which compound? That is carbon. So it is a hard black combustible mineral. So it consists of mainly carbon compound. So this coal in India we are getting in West Bengal, and Madhya Pradesh and Orissa, Bihar, Orissa and Madhya Pradesh. So like these states we are getting the coal. We are in these states in India we are getting coal. Okay, then how this coal is formed? Formation of coal. Formation of coal. So and how the coal is formed? So the slow process by which the dead plants are buried under the earth, which are get converted into coal. Okay, so the slow process ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಹೇಗೆ fossil fuels ಹೇಗೆ produce ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡನು so the living organisms which are buried under the earth for million years of ago, so they get without the presence of air, the absence of air, they get converted into fossil fuels. In that coal is one of the things. So this under the earth the living organism get buried and the coal we will get the coal. So for that process we will call it as the carbonization. Means this carbonization means it mainly it contains the carbon compound. Okay, so the slow process by which the dead plants buried deep under the earth have become coal is called as carbonization. The plants which are buried under the earth are get converted into coal. It is the product, it consists of mainly carbon. So for that process we will call it as carbonization. So when heated in air, in the presence of air, so coal gets produced mainly carbon dioxide gas. So a lot of heat energy also produced during the heating of the coal. So when we are heating the coal, we will get the only carbon dioxide gas in presence of air. So in presence of air we are heating the coal means we will get the only carbon dioxide gas and many heat. So the heat will produce. Large amount of heat is produced while heating the coal in the presence of air. In the presence of air we are heating the coal, we will get the carbon dioxide gas and with that lot of heat is produced. So then where will the coal are uses? So where we will use the coal? So used as a fuel at the industries. Uses. So as a fuel used in industries. As a fuel we are using in industries and thermal power station. as a fuel also we are using industries and also in thermal power stations. Thermal power stations. Here also we are using coal as a fuel. Okay, used to make the coal gas. Used to make coal gas. Coal gas and used to make coke. Okay, so for preparing the coal gas and coke we are using the coal. Okay, it is a hard black combustible mineral. It consists of mainly carbon. Okay, so formation of coal, how the coal is formed means, so as the living organisms means plants get buried under the earth for millions of years ago, it get converted into coal. So that process we will call it as carbonization, because mainly the coal contains carbon compound. Okay, so while heating the coal in the presence of air, we are getting the carbon dioxide gas, and with the gas, so we are getting many large amount of heat while heating the coal. Okay, so then uses of coal. So where we are using this coal means, so as a fuel we are using industries and thermopower stations. So in thermopower stations and industries we are using as a fuel. Okay, and for used to make the coal gas and used to make the coke. So these are the uses of coal. So then while heating the coal we get the carbon dioxide gas, that is in the presence of air. So in the absence of air, what we will get from the coal? Okay, so the products of the coal in the absence of air. In the presence of air alli ನಾವು heat ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we will get only carbon dioxide gas, and we will not get any other usable products. With carbon dioxide gas and lot of heat will produce while heating the coal in presence of air. But what are the products of the coal? Products of coal. So what we will get? First one is coal tar. Second one is coal gas. Third one is coke. Okay, so these are the products of the coal gas, coal tar and coke. These are the products of the coal. So we will get these products only in the absence of the air. So these products will form in the absence of air. When we will eat the coal in the absence of air, we will get these products. Okay, so what are the products? Coal tar, coal gas, coke. Remind, so in the presence of air only we will get carbon dioxide gas and lot of heat will produce. There is no useful products will produce in the presence of air. But in the absence of air we will get the coal tar, coal gas and coke. Okay, so we will study one by one. So what are these products will give us? Okay, so first one is coal gas. We will discuss about coal gas. Okay, how these gases will produce? It is a gaseous fuel which is obtained by the strong heating of coal in the absence of air. In the processing of coal to get coke. So now ಹೇಗೆ coal ಇಂದ coke ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? coal gas ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so it is a gaseous fuel. It is a gaseous fuel. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ? Which is obtained by heating the coal to get the coke. While heating coal to get coke. So ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? coal gas ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. So it is a mixture of hydrogen and methane. ಯಾವ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್. ಕೋಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ will also present. Okay, so all the gases present in the coal gas can burn to produce heat, so due to which coal gas is excellent fuel and it is also used as the fuel in industries. It is also used, it is also one of the type of fuel we are using in the industries. It is a gaseous fuel. Okay, so it is a gaseous fuel. While heating coal to get coke, we will get the ಕೋಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕೋಕ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕೋಲ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಹೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕೋಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕೋಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, methane and carbon dioxide gas. So this coal gas is used as a fuel in the industries to produce large amount of heat. So ಕೆಲವೊಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೀಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐರನ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ಇಂಥದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಹೀಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕೋಲ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಕೋಲ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್, ಮೆನಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್, ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಐರನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೋಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ coal we are getting in the absence of air. Okay, when we are heating a coal to get a coke, that is also in the absence of air, so we will get the coal gas. Okay, it is a gaseous fuel. It consists of hydrogen, methane and carbon dioxide. So another sub product is coal tar. Second one, coal tar. So tar ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡನ ನೀವು ಕೇಳೇ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ. It is a thick black liquid having an unpleasant smell which is obtained by heating a coal in the absence of air. It is a thick black liquid with unpleasant smell. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು coal tar ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, which is obtained by heating a coal in the absence of same thing. Okay, so ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ in the absence of air ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೋಲ್ನ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. while heating the coal in the absence of air we will get the coal tar. It is a thick black liquid with unpleasant smell. ಸೊ ಈ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರ ನೀವು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಡಿಗೆ ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ಲನ್ನು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಥಿಕ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಅನ್ಪ್ಲೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್. That one we will get from by heating the coal in the absence of air. We will get the coal tar. So it is what it will contain. So it is a mixture of carbon compounds. So many carbon compounds like benzene, toluene, phenol, aniline. So like this many carbon compounds are there. Okay, so these are called as carbon compounds. So it consists of carbon compounds like benzene, toluene, phenol and aniline. Okay, so these are present in the coal tar. These are used in the manufacture of paints, drug, paints, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ pesticides, plastic, pesticides, plastics. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ coal tar are used in the manufacture of drug, paints, pesticides and plastics. So this is about coal tar. Okay, so coal tar is a product of a coal. So we will get the coal tar when we will heat the coal in the absence of the air. We will get the coal tar. It is a thick black liquid with unpleasant smell. So it consists of mainly many carbon compounds like benzene, toluene, phenol and aniline. These are the carbonyl compounds. So what are the way we will use this coal tar? So in the manufacture of drug, paints, pesticides and plastics. So for this we will use the coal tar. Okay. So next one is coke. So coke. So it is also one of the product of coal. It is a tough and porous black solid substance and porous black solid substance. Okay, it is a tough and porous black solid substance. It is a product of the coal. Okay, it is also obtained by heating the coal in a high. We will give more heat to the coal, so we will get the coke. So this coke is almost the pure form of carbon. Pure form of carbon. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಈಗ ಕೋಲ್ ಟಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 80% ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ಯೂರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾವುದನ್ನ? ಕೋಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ 80% ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ we will call coke as the purest form of the carbon. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್. used as a fuel and also for manufacturing the steel. Manufacturing of steel. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೋಕ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬೆಟರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಕೋಲ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕೋಲಿಗಿಂತ ಕೋಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಬೆಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 80% ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಮೋಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಬರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇನ್ ದ ಅಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಏರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಬರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ಮೋಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಕೋಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಮೋಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಕೋಕಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬೆಟರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೋಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅ ಮೋರ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಆನ್ ಬರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಬರ್ನ್ಸ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಸ್ಮೋಕ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಬರ್ನ್ಸ್ without smoke compared to coal. Okay, when we compare this coal to coal means we will see that it will coke will burns without smoke, but in coal, so we will see the smoke, it burns with the smoke. Okay, so this is about the coke, product of a coal. It is a tough and porous black solid substance and it mainly consists of 80% of carbon. So that's why we will call this coke as the purest form of the carbon. And this coke is used as a fuel, and it is used in the as a fuel we are used in the manufacturing of the steel, because it will give the more heat without smoke as compared to coal. So this is about the coal formation and the products of coal, how we will get the products of coal and about the formation of the coal. So we discussed already the inexhaustible and exhaustible resources and natural resources. So in the part 2 we will discuss about the petroleum and how we will get the petroleum products. Thank you.